Let's see, I'm gonna hit the long rest thing.
Yes, you should all hit the long rest thing.
Doing it now. Big long rest. Yes. Okay.
I appreciate that when I mute my microphone to cough, it's the bar to show I'm speaking turns gray instead of being very colorful, but it still moves when it picks up sound.
Oh no!
So there's always that second and a half of conflict in my brain saying, oh no, you didn't actually mute. No, you did. It's gray. And this has taken place every time I have muted my microphone for as long as I have been using OBS to record.
Oh my.
Good thing
Also,
you're not
I've been recording
colorblind.
for a while now.
Uh-oh.
Yes, hello, welcome to Cause and Effect. I realized that I forgot to change the text in my recording, so I'm gonna have to change that later. But this is episode 19, not 18. 18 was last time. And tonight I'm joined by a bunch of awesome people, including Beth, Ellie, Io, Jen, Milo. My name is Crash. I'll be your DM for the evening as soon as you tell me what the heck happened last time, because I may have forgotten.
Wait, you forced plot on us.
The octopus thing, we had to get crystals. Hobby got very wet.
I wasn't here.
I was there for that one. Okay.
A got the final killing blow on the monster crystal thing, and then we picked up crystals.
Mm-hmm.
A is a contributing member of the party who will probably backstab us all someday. Except Chadrick.
Okay.
Also, I've learned how... I learned it from watching Chadrick. I can use my rouge powers to enter your brain and send you happy tunes.
That's so sweet. Except for the Happy Tunes part.
Chadrick immediately hears A's voice in his head going, I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves. I know a song that... Oh, wait, I forgot the next line. Hold on. I can look it up.
Chadrick will gladly listen to that versus the person sitting next to him at the bar.
The person sitting next to him at the bar is currently snoring.
Yeah.
He's not asleep. He is standing upright. He is sipping his beer. He is also snoring.
Oh, he's sleepwalking. I hear biologics can do that sometimes.
He is engaged with conversation with the person next to him on the other side, not Chadrick.
Strange.
He's still snoring. It might just be a breathing condition.
Yeah, I'm letting him have that.
What? I heard an O that was cut off quickly.
No, there was an awe.
That was an off. Okay.
Yeah, it's like aw.
There was an awe because I talked about a guy who was awake but snoring.
Yeah. And kobolds.
This guy is a kobold.
Details. I was just thinking awe about because, hearing A instead of snoring people. Awe is helping.
He is helping.
Mm-hmm.
Only I think there's a limited number of times that A can do that per day. A uses them up all on Chadrick every day.
Good. Good. Yeah. Yes.
Sometimes, well, it's usually a song. Sometimes the wrong lyrics are applied to that song. Sometimes they're from a different song. Frequently when this happens, the lyrics do not track with the tune.
For the past month at work, whenever Frosty the Snowman comes on, I keep somehow changing the chorus to the words from Come On Eileen.
Oh no.
I have no idea how this happened.
At least it's not the ones to Hallelujah.
To ra
No.
ye.
Hallelujah and Jolene are an amazing mix.
Yep.
But let's see, it'd be
My brain just broke. I love it.
but let's see, it would be like I can't even do it. If I hear the song, I would sing the wrong words. But I don't have it in me right now. But constantly I was mixing those two songs together.
There were actually attempts to pipe Muzak into the flag headquarters, but during the pilot program, every speaker in the facility was smashed. Every speaker.
Tragic.
They're not quite sure who did it. They can't prove anything. There's some evidence that points toward it being Mo.
Okay, but does Mo need to smash the speakers if I can bring the speakers to him?
Mo would very much appreciate if you did not. Mo might add a quest to the board for a higher level party. Mo might order a hit on you. But Mo is a bard, and Mo has standards, and Muzak is below that standard.
I want to sign up for the pending quest.
Oh yeah, let's talk about quests. Because last time you were working on a quest, and let me check my notes. So you brought the crystals back, and what was announced in text after the session ended was Tex texted me to tell me that she was going to go through all the crystals and try to find ones that looked like they were the best fit for Tex's brain. I'm paraphrasing here, but like the ones that fit with technology that's currently in Tex.
Every single time you say tech, like the possessive form of Tex, I keep thinking you're saying Texas.
That is part of the pun that involves, that was unintentional, but involving Tex and mech.
Yes, well, just because I know the Tex-Mex, but like the thing is, like you were like, yeah, so the Texas brain. I'm like, how are crystals the Texas brain?
You didn't know that Texas is a sapient state?
I try not to think about it.
Sorry about that.
I did escape Texas. I'm trying not to think about it.
Milo went to Texas, messed with it, and now is in hiding.
Yeah.
Whoops.
The exact words.
Fireworks.
Tex is, despite everything, going to dig through the crystals the octo creature left behind to see if she can find a memory crystal like the one she's been carrying around. And the answer is kind of, sort of. None of them are the right shape for interfacing with. However, upon bringing them to Cogbucket has additional equipment for analyzing things and some experience in this as well. And Cogbucket's initial interpretation is that, yeah, they do match the technology that's in you, or at least it's similar. It's kind of like saying that high-powered cordless screwdriver is similar to that tiny little screwdriver you got in the eyeglass repair kit. They are similar. They do similar functions. One of them is way more advanced. The one in your head, Tex, and your head, Mech, is the high-powered cordless version.
See.
But you're also from thousands of years in the future. So that kind of makes sense.
And this came off of a crashed Elf Armada ship or something?
Yeah, Cogbucket's best guess with the Arcana roll that Cogbucket made is that the DM totally rolled, he assures you, is that the ship crashed and then divine intervention was used to turn the entire moon into a forest after the ship crashed. And one form of technomagic was affected by a form of life-giving divine magic, and the crystal ships are already grown by the Elf Armada. They're not built, they're grown. Matter of fact, when they make their space stations, they just take a bunch of older ships and have them grow together. So it's possible that things interacted in a way that you usually find in D&D plots and random Star Trek episodes where they gotta explain something without technobabble. Wait.
So it turned into living crystals.
They were already living, but it became more sentient and much more aggressive. Or maybe it became aggressive because that being you encountered chipped off a few pieces while it was resting. If you woke up and found someone had taken a finger off of you, you might be aggressive as well.
I mean, that's fair. Unfortunately, we didn't have anyone to mind meld with the Crystal Horda, so oh well.
Well, there was some hugging that took place.
Yeah,
there was that. Yeah.
That was on its part, not ours. And it wasn't friendly.
Not entirely true. Tex reciprocated with a hug of her own. If that's what you want to refer to as a grapple check, where Tex pulled it out of the water so everyone else could smack it a lot.
Except the Soggy Tabaxi.
Right.
Yes. Who I'm canonically at the end of that fight was prestidigitated to the point where you were 50% floof by volume.
Yeah, that's fine. It's better than the alternative.
This is not the first mission where I have done this.
Indeed.
And it won't be the last.
Indeed.
It's quite possible that this will happen every mission if the DM has his way.
You are getting so looked at, Crash. You are getting so looked at by the expression of a cat who is going to find out where you sleep and where you keep your shoes.
Boy, I have prestidigitation to clean
You-
the hobby up. Also to clean up crime scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You drown Miette? You plunge Miette under the water? Dungeon for 100 years.
Miette will pee in your shoes for 100 years.
Miette doesn't know where I live.
Tev likes to put
Not with
toys in
that
my shoes.
attitude.
I have to play with him before I go to work.
And Cavill has inspiration.
Yep.
Cavill probably already had inspiration, but let me see.
I have been informed of a house rule that is kind of it's
Okay.
sort of like
They
the
got
one that they're trying to do for 1D&D, but not quite, where inspiration only lasts for that session, and at the start of the next session, everyone has no inspiration again, in order to encourage people to stop banking inspiration and actually using it more often.
Okay, but like, what if I get inspiration in the last minute or two because I'm really funny at the end?
Then you better
like
find a way to start combat. I mean, hi.
I'm gonna roll for more Beyblade strikes.
I was going to say, that sounds like a disincentive to make the last half an hour of a session funny.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I mean-
Beyblades only exist in De Perfecta.
No, that's why
It's the
perfect.
only place canonically where you've encountered a Beyblade. And actually,
That's
none
true.
of you have encountered Beyblades.
Right.
What if I'm a Beyblade? I've never seen me and a Beyblade in the same room.
How good are you at spinning in circles until you knock someone over? Wait, don't answer that question. You're Chadrick.
Exactly. You'd be surprised.
Before or after the check stand?
Let's see.
Probably before, because after the check stand, you just spin around in circles until you fall over.
Do you think that would be athletics or performance?
I feel like whichever one, it would be an insult to the skill check.
Well, I have a +6 to performance, so 19.
Wow.
I love everything about this, but I hate that I love everything about this. Anyway, so that's how the previous quest was resolved. And we're only 15 minutes into the recording.
And that's how and that's what I was doing during the previous quest.
Sense.
It's quite possible.
Spinning
So
really, really strong.
So,
the quest board is still not reaching maximum capacity for your particular bracket that your cohort is in. Quests keep getting added to it, but some days they're taken down as quickly as they're put up. There's still the omnipresent quests of retrieve an item for Mo and end whatever the Ogmanites did this time around, because Mo always has something he wants somebody to get, and the Ogmanites have always screwed up some way, somehow. But there is an additional quest that's available if you don't want to do either of those two, where apparently there's a zombie plague that's affecting a small town. It's not a big zombie plague. It's like only 2 or 3 zombies every so often, but they just don't stop. It's like, oh, here's a few more. And while the townsfolk are able to handle 2 or 3 zombies at a time, they're getting tired of it. They have other things to do with their day, and they'd like it to stop now.
from the zombie plague, we can find an item for Mo because I know what Cavill votes for every time, probably.
Chadrick, I've been told, votes for quest pending. So Chadrick is voting for the spot that is currently empty.
Yeah.
They don't actually have a spot that says quest pending. It's just a blank spot. It's a
Yeah,
spot with little
I
bits of
printed that
fantasy Velcro stuck to the wall.
I pointed that one. I'm like, that. I have a good feeling about that one.
Eventually, we need to get funds so that we can pay for our barracks and food.
There's actually
Wait,
a point
pay for
where
housing?
you don't need to pay for housing because that's the housing is deducted as a transaction fee when you complete quests.
But that requires
the money doesn't go
quests.
directly to you. The money goes to the flag member services, and they put that onto your account, and you can withdraw from the account, and you can leave it in the account.
I'm speaking as a spoiled rich boy.
Fair and
Okay.
valid. Actually, no. If you're speaking as a spoiled rich boy, that's neither fair nor valid.
Yeah, exactly. Chadrick is all of the above. Is
Spoiled, rich, not fair, not
fair.
valid.
Not valid. It's a beautiful Punnett square.
Besides, A needs more experience so that A can become a more powerful Rouge. And someday backstab us all for killing their clan, but you know.
We gotta show him how to use new brushes and techniques. One of those sponges.
I'm working on a smoky eye.
Ooh!
Apparently, you're not supposed to use fire sources for that. Lesson learned?
Yeah. A lot of makeup is flammable, little dude.
Use
Right,
the smoke,
so-
not the flame. Right.
So we're off to slay some zombies then.
Also,
Wait,
oil-based rouge, bad idea.
I have a question. Does that mean that if we want to, can we train A on how to use his makeup as a flamethrower?
Technically speaking, any powder could be used as a flammable source.
Yeah, I'm just saying, since he's a Rouge.
That was an ongoing problem with like flour mills, grain mills, because the powdery flour in the air, any spark would make them explode.
I know, but that's what I mean. So can we make Rouge an actual thing of like a fire powder fighter?
You know what? Give me half a day and I can probably create that subclass. But it would mean that A would not be able to be A's current subclass, which lets him sing songs in Chadrick's head.
Yeah, but think about it. It leans into the pun more.
It certainly does. It certainly does. But I'm really liking A's current subclass.
Absolutely. I just wanted that into existence.
I mean, Rouge should have more than one subclass.
A gets up to a high enough level where they end up training other Rouges, and all the other Rouges are members of this new homebrew subclass. And ironically, A is not.
I mean, it's just like Hero with the children's theater and no bard class.
All you need is a performing skill.
I didn't have much of that.
Well, you mostly worked lights.
And glitter.
And glitter.
So much.
Every now and then, because Flag Headquarters is built on the site of the ruins of the burnt-out children's theater, you still find flecks of glitter. It's a new building built on top of the ruins.
Yeah.
But there's still glitter.
Of course.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if some of the glitter from some of those cards Hero made have found their way into the Flag Headquarters.
It's like on the furniture and stuff, someone comes by and casts prestidigitation and they remove the non-glitter, so the glitter shows up more.
Only the glitter remains.
They clean the glitter to make it glittery-er.
It's good to clean glitter. So, should we go glitter some zombies?
Or retrieve an item from Mo, or go see what the Ogmanites are up to this time.
Don't want to see what the Ogmanites are up to this time, Hobby says.
The Ogmanites are probably busy trying to figure out why space was on fire.
I mean, some of them are, but I'm pretty sure some of them didn't notice.
Yes, I forgot that Ogmanites were, Ogmanites for a moment there.
Very dedicated to
they
their
were.
research abilities.
I'm terrified
Yeah.
if the Ogmites ever decide to figure out why my blood alcohol content is what it is.
They're probably
Because
scared
you've
too.
received a divine blessing from an alcohol-based theater.
Seems plausible to me.
Yeah, but I don't know how I'm alive.
That's
I ask
true.
that question every day.
There's little buddy.
I mean, it's a fascinating question, but I feel like it's going to end up boiling down to because a god said
Boiling.
so. And there's really not that much you can do with that.
That or a wizard did it.
Also possible.
Or an
Or
Ogmanite
possibly-
did
Yes,
it.
but then he'd probably be a sorcerer and not a paladin.
Or a necromancer did it. That's happened a lot.
Yeah, I don't even know the name of my god.
I thought it was
Did
Party
you
Rock
for-
Anthem.
Chadrick, did you, swear to be a paladin while you were on a bender and forgot the name of your god?
No, I just swore that I'd uphold parties.
You've been trying to do that.
Make sure-
I just
The
I
actual
didn't say any
oath.
names.
The actual oath was, and do you swear to uphold the integrity of your party? But Chadwick sort of zoned out for a little bit
Well, party,
and only repeated
yeah.
some of the words.
There's a reason why I can only use. I have a self-made rule that my divine powers can only be used against party fouls.
It turns out when Chadwick took his oath as a paladin, he created his own religion in the process.
Oh my gosh.
This
I'm
sounds
not
very
saying this is
plausible.
canon or not.
No, it's just an interesting concept.
We'll
But it
see
wouldn't
where
be-
it goes.
It would not be the first time a joke became canon in my universe.
And
Chadrick,
so he does like to allow for paladins that don't serve a god, but a concept.
Also, Chadrick is a man who is growing. His backstory is being written as we talk.
Such is the nature of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
Indeed.
Anyway, do we want to go deal with a mid-level necromancer, since I assume that's probably what everyone else is voting for?
We should deal with the necromancer. After all, I'm sure that Mo is getting worried about things to send you after.
Mo is not worried at all. Mo is making a lot of money from Flag.
Yeah, how's his what was it? The not Instagram.
Oh,
How's his social media?
You cut out there.
yeah.
How's his social media?
Still Riker Googling.
Didn't you follow his account somehow?
Probably. But I'm just asking how it's going, just as a player.
Ah, sorry, I did not realize that was not you talking as Chadrick.
Aren't
A
you
lot
the
of
only one with the smart device?
Canonically, I think at this point, yes, Cavil is the only person on this planet with a smart device.
I mean, Chadrick
He's
was
headed to a
making...
new world with my smartphone.
The most recent searches are Warlock patrons. How to tell if they're just a phase.
Oh no.
Oh no! I
And
mean,
I'm
that,
pretty sure some of these aren't aimed at me anymore.
The search results are it's not. Apparently, Mo has gone to like page 3 of the search results looking for a different answer. There's just a GIF of Loki saying, "You must be truly desperate to come to me."
Anyway, while Mo is probably just fine with people getting stuff, I'm not sure Mo would want to see Cavil getting Mo something again for, at least one quest.
They're zombies then, right?
Zombies do sound like a really fun story to tell later.
They'd probably be fun to fight.
I kind of want to know why some determined but not very tactically minded necromancer would send a few zombies to assault a town every so often, because that really sounds like someone casting Animate Dead occasionally.
I think that it sounds like somebody who just is trying to just kind of bored, just trying to see what happens. Boop.
Who
Practice
says if there's a
zombies.
living necromancer, it could be just like there was a tomb or something where they got animated and a few wander out every so often.
That's true too.
Interesting.
We should go check it out.
In that case, we might find a lot of zombies.
Are there any violent plants nearby for those zombies to go after?
Oh.
What?
The
Violent
DM got the
plants.
reference. A does not.
You expected a Plants vs. Zombies reference in the year.
Oh, there it is.
The DM got the reference very quickly, but the DM floundered on finding out how A would respond.
Tex, I don't think you've voted yet. Do you have a vote?
I'll go with whatever the party wants.
All right.
Besides, if we don't grab zombies soon, someone else will. And frankly, they need a break.
Yeah, whoever that other party is that's doing too much, we need to stop them from doing too much.
By doing too much ourselves. Let's go.
God.
Chadwick wishes there was
I made.
any other way. All right, so I'll meet you in the teleportation room. I gotta go see a friend real quick. I'll be right back. And
All right.
A scampers off. And by scampers, I mean literally going to all fours and running.
Adorable.
Abby does that sometimes.
A is going to attempt to do this stealthily. With a 22, A goes around a table and you lose sight of A.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Has dice luck. Is that a
Unless you care to roll a perception check to see if you manage to see where A goes.
No, that's fine.
A just
Nah.
disappears.
That's fine.
good for A?
I see.
That's a 21.
I see him.
No, A got a 22. A wins.
Oh, no. My
A won by 1.
child. I was trying so hard to pay attention to my child.
Well, that's what you get for not keeping him in the baby Bjorn.
That's right.
Oh, forgot about that.
I'll
There was
just give
also
a
a
shot.
leash option,
Oh,
but
yeah,
A
that's
chewed
true.
through it.
What if I got him like one of those character leashes backpacks. You know, get him a Rouge the Bat character backpack that has a leash.
A has a habit of chewing through leashes.
Oh.
Good for
He's a
A.
kobold. You know, he's a kobold. I suppose they'd have to choose something.
Freedom.
It was bacon flavored.
Okay.
After I poured bacon
Interesting.
grease on it.
Excellent. Excellent. Good choice.
Explains much, yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming you go to member services. They give you the coordinates. You go into the
Yep,
teleportation room. A joins you. And presto changeo, congratulations, you're outside a small town. There are trees and dirt roads.
Yikes. Nature.
And
guess
lots
we
of
follow
piled
the road.
logs.
Yeah, well, that must be I don't know, maybe they're just using logs for everything.
It is a
Housing.
logging town. That is their primary export.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'm gonna do something useful.
I can feel the pain in your voice.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use divine sense
Okay.
to see if I can sense any undead that's near us.
Oh, yeah.
Do I?
Yes.
Where's the location of it? Because I can sense the location.
Over there in that big open pit.
The zombies in pits. Let's go look at it.
Zombies are the pits.
They may be in the pits.
Mosey
Let's
over.
Go see.
They are in
You
the
can use
pit.
any preposition around the word zombie and pit.
Imagine, if you will, a large unmarked grave
Comforting.
with lots of dead bodies, desiccated, thoroughly rotted dead bodies, filling the bottom of it.
happening just because the people here have been improperly disposing of corpses and
Do they have their hands?
What?
Many of them do.
Okay, because I just remember that the necromancer from the other campaign, who
Yeah.
kept taking off their
Sealing
hands and then Paige took them.
did have a collection of animated hands that he used on special occasions, but he
And
didn't
that
always
I
take the
adopted.
hands off.
And I adopted those hands.
No, you didn't.
No, that was
Paige adopted
Paige
3 of them.
adopted those hands.
Yes.
And
she did.
canonically, Paige still has them.
Yeah, they're her teaching assistants.
If I did Dungeon Master Therapy, the YouTube short, this would definitely be something that came up in multiple sessions.
But yeah, so that's just what I want to know. Like is because this seems the lack of hands is almost like a calling card.
So, a person who is wearing what appears to be red plaid flannel with a full beard comes up to you. He's holding a saw in one hand, and he says, "You're the adventurers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nod,
No.
nod, nod.
So you found the zombie pit.
Yep. Wasn't hard to find.
Yeah.
Well, we had to dig it after they kept showing up. Needed to put them somewhere."
There.
These like stranger zombies or former acquaintances?
We never seen them before.
Mhm.
Don't really know where they're coming from. That's part of the problem.
Local graveyard anywhere?
Yeah, but not many graves in it. Town's fairly new.
What
And
direction
anyway,
do
none
they
of those
come
graves are
from?
dug up.
What direction do they come from?
And they wander out of the woods. Not always from the same direction.
Crash, where are the woods? Like what?
You are
You're-
surrounded by woods. This
Okay,
town
cool.
is in the
I-
middle of the woods.
I did not have that
Yes.
image in my head. Thank you.
And now you do. Very good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a stream that cuts through the forest. There's a water-powered sawmill over to the side, probably. At least that's probably what that large building is that has all of the stacked planks next to it. But otherwise, if it's not filled with trees, it's either a road or it's an area that is being cleared for housing. Or the
You
zombie
say the
pit.
town's fairly new. Has this been happening the entire time it's existed, or is this a later development?
We've been here for like 5 or 6 years at this point, and it's only been happening for the past 2 or 3 weeks. It's a fairly new occurrence, but that's a lot of zombies, as you can see.
Right.
Well-
right.
Ex-zombies. We We could put them down pretty quick. No one goes into the woods without an axe, so...
I have an axe. We could make this happen.
Well, yeah, we've already been making it happen. We'd like to stop having to make it happen.
Right.
I mean, you can treat the symptoms. We're doing pretty good with that, but it's taken time that we could be spending cutting down trees. We'd rather treat the cause.
Well, maybe we can find the cause and treat it.
Indication of where people might have been poking around in the past few weeks before they showed, or...
Oh, we've had that conversation, I assure you. There's been more than one town meeting. No one's admitting to anything. No one's seen anything out of the ordinary other than the... Well, and he gestures again towards the pit of zombies.
Right.
Crash, can I read zombie brains?
Can you what zombie brains?
Can I read zombie brains?
Well, you don't have to worry about that right now because what's in the pit... Oh, wait. No, you used a divine sense. That doesn't work on X zombies that have been put down. That tells you if there's active zombies, and there are active zombies in the pit of corpses that are not currently moving and appear to just be corpses. Those are active zombies. They just don't.
So can I read their minds?
You can attempt.
I would love to attempt.
Your mind reading ability, what does that say exactly? Because not all mind reading abilities are written the same way.
Oh, let me open it back up. I can speak telepathically to any creature I can see within 60 feet of me. I don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand, but the creature must understand at least one language.
So the question is, do these zombies understand a language?
That's what I'm asking you.
Well, you will have to make the attempt to find out.
I am unfortunately going to make an attempt.
That's an out of context quote, and it's more delicious an out of context quote because of who it's coming from. in my head canon, the first part of the message that Chadwick tries to send into a zombie brain is just,
Please don't answer. Please don't answer.
Okay, so what do you say after the groan and please don't answer?
Where did you come from?
And where did you go?
Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Who made you?
Okay, as a response, roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
Friggle Fraggle.
There's my initiative.
Ooh, I got a 20, 18 plus 2.
I keep forgetting that I made a character sheet and added them to the party, so I have to go over to A's character sheet and click the initiative button, just like everybody else.
Look at you.
I got a 12.
What are we rolling?
Initiative. Chadrick poked the zombies with his brain.
No one's more surprised than Chadrick.
It's a good thing that I have an advantage on wisdom saving throws and resistance to psychic damage.
They're not responding with psychic damage.
Yeah, but something that they might be thinking about could be.
Zombies are not known for being gifted in the brains department. They really wish they had more brains.
Great.
Unless they're vegetarian, in which case they want grains.
Great.
Or they're Thomas the Tank enthusiasts, in which case they want trains.
Great.
In any case, with a 25 hobby, you're starting to see the corpses reveal that they're not inanimate corpses. They are starting to all move at the same time.
Wait, are you saying I didn't tell anyone the fact that they were live zombies before I went brain melty?
Yep.
Good job, me.
Can you honestly see Chadrick being that informative towards everyone?
Yeah, I think that he thought the UGG was enough of an oh snap, but obviously it's not because who else speaks Chadrick?
That makes total sense. Chadrick thought that Chadrick was communicating his it was which means there are zombies over there, as opposed to which means it's way too early in the morning for me to be up.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
There's different inflections to this.
It's the dialect.
Yes, but no one speaks in this party.
It's a lost art.
So, Hobby, you see this happening, and you're going first. What would you like to do?
Hobby is going to shriek something that is going to yell, "Zombie Katamari?" ? And do Ray of Frost at the closest batch of zombie.
Zombie Katamari.
I want this to work.
the image in my head when you say zombie Katamari. That's an image. Oh, roll to hit.
I want you to know that the music is playing in my head right now.
I used up my good roll.
With a 9, you manage to hit the wall of the pit that they're in.
Because there is doing some scrambling backwards, and let's see. I think I've got an actual thing I can do. It says I can do a disengage. Does that mean that I can disengage without getting opportunityed?
Yes. It means you can use your movement, move away from people who have unspent reactions, and they don't get to smack at you.
I suspect to do that if it seems like I am within range of them to need to.
Well, the pit is deep enough that no one zombie could reach up and grab hold of a foot and pull you down.
I work in concert though, so just
suddenly all the zombies pull out ladders and start placing them against the edges.
No, they're climb each other is what they're going to do.
Some of the ones in the back pull out grappling hooks like Batman.
No, they don't pull out grappling hooks. They're going to pull out hands linked together with vertebra bones or something. Do the backflip out of the way and
multiple zombies dressed as cheerleaders start to form a pyramid.
That's what we're worried about. Anyway, do a nice little disengage backflip away from the edge.
Give me an R. Give me a what's the next letter?
Brains.
Yes, the next letter is brains. You're absolutely right. Okay, so next up is going to be Tex.
I am going to stand at the edge of the pit and hold my action until something comes within range, at which point I am going to act.
Okay. Next up is Mech.
I don't want to jump in and start slaying them all.
Mech does a swan dive in. I'm assuming you activate your rage protocols in the process.
Of course. You must always activate the rage protocol.
The Doom soundtrack kicks in as you rage and swan dive into the pit.
Mm-hmm. Just start swinging, basically.
You know what? I'm going to allow this for rule of cool. I'm not going to require rolls to pull that off. You are now in a pit surrounded by zombies. Roll to hit.
Roll to hit.
There should be a bonus for this.
26.
A 26 is going to graze them lightly. Wait, no.
How many hits?
That was 1. I get 2.
I had to check to see if it was a nat 20, but it wasn't. It was a 19.
No, it wasn't a nat 20. Yeah.
So roll your damage for that
damage. Okay. Can't see it. It's a 9.
Okay, you do 9 points of damage to a zombie. Mm-hmm. You slice through the rib cage of the nearest zombie to you, and dust and dirt and oozing stuff sort of just falls out from the cavity that you've broken open.
This is the most fun Mech has had, or Tex. Yeah, Mech has had the whole time.
It does not appear nonplussed by this.
Yeah, I whatever. I get another hit though because I have 2 attacks per round.
Sure, go ahead.
Try it again. 22 to hit.
That will also hit.
Okay, here's the damage. Oh no, that's a 1. Nope, it's a 5.
Well, you have a bonus damage also, so it added it up. So additional 5 points of damage.
Yep.
You take off a pinky finger. They will not be able to drink tea in a civilized way ever again.
And I'll just be down here digging this mosh pit that I've started.
Mosh.
That's all I got.
I filled my encounter tracker with all of the possible things that you might encounter depending on which quest you took. And now I have to scroll up and down trying to find the various zombies that I added in. Wait, where can I add damage now? Not to that. That's sir not appearing in this film. No, you're not fighting a Glabrezu tonight. Or are you? No, you're not. Or are you? No.
Zombie kid.
Well, there's no small green being rolling them up into a ball that you can see.
That we can see.
Yet.
There's one small green creature that appears to have been eaten by the zombies and risen up to join them.
Sort of concern.
It'll roll you up into a ball.
That's the concern.
And then eat your brains.
It's a problem.
This is not canon.
Sounds fun.
Next up is Sir Not Appearing in This Film. Sir Not Appearing in This Film. Sir Not Appearing in This Film. And next up is the zombies. All right. So you're all going to have a gift The gift is you get to blame Beth.
Ugh.
A mass of zombies stuck together, either like linking limbs or that rib is sort of wrapped around that one's spine in a weird way or whatever, but they're connected, just rises up and falls down in the attempt to crush Mech.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Love
I
this.
think you should blame me. I think you were planning this all along.
And Mech, you must succeed
Uh-huh.
a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Yes.
Okay.
Over the
21
A 21 succeeds.
total. Yeah.
I'm looking to see if you take half damage.
Sure.
plus, if it's impact damage, Barbarian also gets to reduce that sum, doesn't?
I think.
It depends on the damage. If it's bludgeoning damage, it gets reduced by half. There's some damage where it doesn't get reduced. That includes psychic damage, which means that if you ever have a beef with Chadrick, it's gonna be tough.
I'm going to rebuke the violet.
It actually did not succeed in this attack because the save was made and it says nothing here about half damage.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I'm going to rebuke
Awesome.
the violent.
Does
See, look,
does
it's even
damage have
radiant
to
damage.
occur? Does damage have to occur for you to use a rebuke?
Aw, I thought that they got half damage.
No,
No.
there's nothing in here about it taking half damage
Okay.
or giving half damage rather.
Okay. Now,
I mean, I'm glad you're not hurt, but
I'm glad you're not hurt, but it would have really helped my persona and image
yeah.
if
now,
you taken
I used
some
radiant
damage.
if I just got sort of hit, can I do a reaction opportunity attack? Or did I
It
not get hit at
depends,
all?
but you did not get hit at all. It
Okay.
rose up and smacked down and missed you.
Okay.
How could it miss you? There were zombies in the way.
There were zombies in the way.
The
All right,
zombies
just a
couldn't
thought.
hit you because of the zombies.
Right. Well, it's just a thought.
You are mosh
smack
pitting.
down.
Mosh
It
pit.
hits-
Yes.
It hit the walls of the pit or something.
It occurs to
Mhm.
me that zombie mosh pit is possibly the worst possible thing, and yet the one character in it is enjoying this experience immensely.
Well,
I
think
don't know,
about
it
her
sounds like a
background,
really
though.
good-
I mean,
it sounds
You
like a band name.
Zombie mosh pit.
I wonder if there
They-
is one of those, possibly.
They opened for Mastodon,
Okay.
the band that named themselves after a social network engine. It's really weird.
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 Named himself after John Mastodon.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I appreciate that most people who listen to this recording
Don't know
are on
what this
Mastodon,
is.
so they actually get the joke. Actually, most
Oh,
people who
maybe they
listen to
will.
this are on Elec. So
Yeah. So they'll probably.
most
get
people who
it,
listen
yeah.
to this are currently participating right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But basically, I mean, Mech was bounty hunter. This is like fun for her.
Okay. Another zombie goes and tries to smack you.
Okay. What do I gotta roll
because
for that?
like you're the only one in range, so they're just gonna go after you.
Yeah. Better me than some others, I guess.
Okay, tries to claw at you.
hmm
That's a nat 20.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna hit.
It's a glancing blow.
All right.
Especially because if it's the right kind of damage, it'll be halved.
Yeah, it's doubled and then gets halved again. So, well, the dice are doubled, but the total is
Okay.
halved. So
The total.
I'm reducing it for you, so you don't have to math. You
Thank
take
you.
4 damage from
4
a claw
damage.
attack.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
4
if anyone
damage.
wants to do a thing that is a reaction to someone taking damage, now is
Yes.
the time where you can do that.
Can I rebuke them violent zombies?
You can definitely rebuke the one that just went up to Mech and challenged them to a duel.
They need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Zombies are known for being full of brains.
I mean,
That
Yeah,
is-
and their
That is a
stomachs.
0.
Okay, so you take radiant damage equal to the damage you just dealt.
4.
Now,
So
here's
I
the
guess that'd
question.
probably
Do
be
I
twice
do
as
the
much.
reduced damage or do I do the full damage?
I don't know.
I'm going to do the
It
full
doesn't
damage.
say. You've just
Yeah.
died.
I'm going
It's
to
also
decide.
radiant.
I'm going to
Owie.
decide for this non-precedent setting ruling because I don't want to go there with someone. 3 years ago, when fighting a mosh pit of zombies, you declared no.
You think I'm gonna remember?
What's that?
You think I'm gonna remember that we even fought zombies 3 years ago?
Ellie will remember. Ellie is Pepperidge Farms.
I will probably remember this as well, considering.
Me, I'm gonna be
Ellie?
like, wait, I played a guy named Chadrick?
Ellie, I love you. You're one of my closest friends. But let's be honest, you would remember this and try to use the rules to your advantage in some way, shape, or form.
Wouldn't anyone?
There.
Gotta remember we're playing a game with rules in the first place.
Wait, what? I'm actually trying to make a TTRPG that has fewer rules and more chaos. Chaos is literally one of the stats.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the sequel to Kobolds in Space. But you don't have to be a kobold in that one.
Right.
So I've done that damage.
Mm-hmm.
And Jen, did your character have something that they could do as well or no?
Yeah, there's a bonus action. For...
Well, you can't do a bonus action because you already did a bonus action.
Oh, no, it's a reaction. There's a reaction and opportunity attack. So if it hit me, I can hit him.
Okay, what's your reaction?
Reaction? That is the reaction, the opportunity attack.
Oh, okay. So that only comes into play if they're leaving your range.
Oh, okay.
If they're running away from you, you have an opportunity attack as a reaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, their fist
fine.
leaving your face is not them running away.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure what we did after that.
Anyway, it's going to claw you again. Well,
Okay.
there was an attempt. That's a 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not going to beat my armor class. So no.
And it does try to bite you as well. Because, like I said, they're
Mhm.
not really strong on the brains department.
Right.
So biting a being made of metal makes perfect sense to them at this moment.
Okay.
That's a 7.
They're really angry at their braces,
A
Dave.
7's also not going to
No, I
beat my
didn't think
armor
it would.
class. Yeah.
I did not think it would.
Mhm.
Okay, next up is A. And I keep having to remind myself, A has a full character sheet now. I can't just click on A in the combat tracker and see A's everything. That doesn't work. A is going to try to throw psychic blades at the zombies.
For A.
That's a hit. Just barely.
Good for A.
That is 8 points
Oh, dang!
of psychic damage.
Nice.
What's this?
I'm impressed.
Now,
Zombies can actually take psychic damage and not just ignore it because they have no psychic.
would anyone here disagree that the zombies are currently engaged with a murder bot?
They're currently engaged. Pat tactics go. Yes.
No, well, not just that. Pack tactics, yes, that is a thing because I'm using the
Sneak
older
attack.
form of Kobold that allows pack
Oh.
tactics because in the new version they took that away.
Jerks.
But A is the old version.
Yes.
A is a legacy Kobold.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds super fancy until someone tells me it just means I'm old.
Sick.
But yes, sneak attack.
Sneak attack. Does he yell it?
Yes.
Okay.
Sneak attack! And that's an additional 11 points of damage.
If the zombies are done, I'd like to go after A's turn.
That's right. You held your action.
Okay. And for A's next attack, because A gets to throw 2 psychic blades,
Sweet.
that was a lower bonus to hit, but I got a higher number.
Sure.
Let me roll damage. There we go. That's a mighty 2 points of damage.
Oh.
It has a -1 to damage, so technically A would be able to roll a 0 for damage.
Oh.
All right. So A has finished their turn, and Tex has declared that she's going.
I am still standing at the edge of the pit, and I'm going to use an attack action. And as one of my attacks, I'm going to direct Mech to make an attack.
Okay. So I'm
Because
taking your turn?
That's the subclass that Tex is. She can actually say, hey, Mech, hit it again.
Okay. I'll hit it again. Is it my turn now or no?
No, it's technically not your turn,
Okay.
but you're still getting to hit it again.
Oh, fun. Okay, so I roll something. Yes? No?
Roll to hit.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, roll to hit. Got a 18 plus 7 for 25.
Okay. And add 1d8 to your damage.
Okay. I don't know how. To the damage. Okay. Okay,
Yes.
I can do that. Okay, 1d8. There's a d8. Okay, and then I roll damage and we'll see what comes out. 14 total.
Okay.
And then separately roll 1d8.
And then separately roll 1d8. Okay.
Yeah.
That's I
Because you-
did roll 1d8, but
Okay, so
It's not showing
also
up.
click the button to roll your damage.
oh, okay. I thought I did.
Oh wait, no. You rolled your damage.
Roll the damage.
But now you need to click the button to roll 1d8, and we're adding that to your damage.
Oh, okay. So just 1d8. Okay.
Apparently, Tex
There's a
is like
3.
that coach that yells from the corner of the ring, and then you hit harder because of it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that one. The 1d8 is a 3.
Okay, I've added that in.
Okay. Cool.
And-
So I guess I hit it now. Yes. No.
Yeah, you hit it and you did damage.
Okay.
You have
Cool.
Tex said do the thing, and then you did the
Did
thing.
the thing. Okay. I get it.
And then Chadrick realized that he was here too.
No.
Isn't
Me.
wait, Tex still has another
Oh, that's right.
attack action.
I'm assuming I can't reach anything
Tex still has
without.
her movement. She could join the mosh pit.
Tex doesn't want to join the mosh pit. Tex is defending the edge of the pit.
Okay.
Tex
Pit
has
defender,
demonstrated
pit
a moment of
defender.
sanity.
Mm.
Tex is protecting all of the soft people who stayed up on the edge of the pit.
Mm.
So
Chadwick?
if I can't reach anything, then I'm blowing that attack.
So, Chadrick, would you also like to stay at the top of the pit and protect all the soft people up here?
I mean, it's probably a good idea, but like, I don't know. A bit of me feels like I should be using like Divine Smite or something.
Kind of like a party.
I mean, if we keep calling it a mosh pit, that sounds pretty dang party to me. Let's see. Let me look.
I just realized the perfect song to be playing right now. Windrose's cover of Diggy Diggy Hole.
Oh, that's a good one.
Let me see.
There are no dwarves in range at all. You do not see a single dwarf.
Oh,
However,
but yeah, I actually bought that album. It's really good.
I'm looking at some. I'm just double checking a spell thing.
Mhm.
Do. Let's see. If I use Divine Smite and I also combine it with my Tavern Brawler Grapple, can I just like
does Tavern Brawler Grapple do damage?
No, that's if I hit it with the neck and
If you're going to smite, you need to be hitting it.
yeah, I do have a Tavern Brawler Strike, but that I can totally use. But I would have to jump in and fight.
You would have to jump in and fight.
I kind of want to jump in and fight. Because I think that Chadrick would be possessed by the power of Mosh Pit.
Yeah.
This is going to end up being that scene where the one member of the cast that hasn't really been helping much and has kind of been holding everyone back then decides I'm going to help and runs in to do the helpful thing that saves the day and is immediately slaughtered.
Yeah, so let's go.
Okay.
Good luck.
So you how would you describe jumping into the mosh pit?
Oh, elbow out into the face. Like, he is going elbows out, he is making room.
Going back to the ring analogy, you're jumping off of the top rope.
Yeah,
Into the pit.
he's pile driving.
You know what? Roll to hit with pile drive. Let it be a weapon attack. Do you even have a weapon? I don't know if you ever used a weapon attack.
I used a weapon attack, but I
That's
got
an
18.
18. That hits.
Okay, so then I have my hit, and then I also have my Divine Smite.
Yes, please use both.
So this is first my hit.
You do a mighty 1 point of damage.
Oh,
Shh.
It's
So then my
okay.
hit
You have your
made
smite.
an
That's going to
attack.
do better.
I expend one spell slot to deal 2d8, and then plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than the first, plus 1d8 against undead.
Ooh.
So you're definitely going to add an additional 1d8 because this is undead that you're fighting.
Yes.
But the question is, what level spell slot do you expend to do the thing?
I'm going to use a second.
Okay.
So it's going to be 4 1d8s.
Do the thing. 17.
Yep.
Wait, let me check its immunities because you're doing radiant damage. No, that's fine. I just had to have you pause for a moment and think Crash did not.
Yeah, so I'm going to have, like, it's going to be an amazing pile driver of just, like, with, like, radiant lights.
Okay, so here is what people see when Chadrick does this. Here is this vision that I shall paint for you. First of all the zombies started rising up, and some people scooched backwards, but Mech swan dives in and starts mosh pitting.
Okay, just imagine the music from that scene in Shrek. The fight scene against all the soldiers.
I honestly don't remember that music.
I don't either.
All I'm remembering is somebody once told me about the music.
But anyways, I'm blasting some music from the Shrek soundtrack as I do this. That's just all it's in.
I'm sure that's fantastic. But back to this. So we saw Mech swan dive in and then start mosh pitting.
Yeah.
The zombie horde sort of rose up like a wave and crashed down, and Mech's still going at it. A's throwing things down. Tex is technically cheering Mech on. And then
Micromanaging.
Inspiration. Yes, Tech is micromanaging. You're absolutely right. And then Chadrick pile drives in, and when we see Chadrick go down, Chadrick goes down. It's like watching someone pile drive into a pond. We just see Chadrick's form go into the swarm of zombies.
Oh no.
And there is beams of light that come up in a circle around where Chadrick landed, and then there's a crater that Chadrick has created with divine energy, and the smell of Guinness. You can all strongly smell Guinness.
Don't worry about it.
It's apparently a thing.
It was a light beer?
Yeah.
A radiant beer.
Even.
Yes. And because of this crater that Chadrick has created, and with the help of everyone else who's been doing damage, it is now bloodied. They are all bloodied. All the zombies are bloodied.
Bloody all of them.
How many did we bloody? All of them.
All of them.
What did you target? All. There was a select all button. I clicked it.
Yeah.
It
You've
was
done well, Chadrick.
RSVP,
You've done well.
and they all RSVP'd.
Look at me.
Being helpful and all that.
Cavill,
Tex, would you like to borrow my crossbow?
No, as long as you're staying up here, I may go down there.
I do intend to stay above zombie level.
Get out of my swamp.
And Cavill flies over the pit and says, "This is one of those times when I really, really miss Fireball."
Sorry, I'm just too busy being stuck at Shrek, so I'm just like, get out of my swamp.
And Cavill does not cast Fireball because Cavill no longer can cast third level spells.
because of the leveling that took place when you went back in time.
Yep. But Cavill does still get burning hands from their pact.
Oh, wait. I get to use a GIF now.
I think that this is why we burn the bodies. And Cavill casts Burning Hands at second level. They're trying not to hit Chadrick or Mech, but
Chadrick is in a space that is now zombie-free. You don't need to worry about Chadrick.
I've made my own bubble.
This is my safe space. I will defederate from any of you if you come too close.
Yes. No zombies allowed.
14 fire damage for any zombies that fail a Dex save. DC 15 saves for half damage.
I also want to know what all those purple triangles are doing from D1C3. It usually gives you like a summary of like what it all means, but it didn't do that this time.
It knows you know.
They appear to be failures and threats.
Also, it looks like it's responding to Arvray because Arvray used the brackets that are in your display name.
Yep.
The bots are talking to each other.
So it spelled your name out.
They're gaining sentience. So no. Yep.
Oh my god.
It's like when Muad'Dib's name has become a killing word. Apparently, Longkept / Cavill is equal to 1 advantage, 2 light pips, and a dark pip.
What was I saying?
That kind of tracks, actually.
Right. Well, D1C3 may have done its very best to roll a very, very bad death saving throw for the zombies, but
By the way, this has been totally distracting, and I forget what the initial roll was for.
I
it
would
was
like the
it was for
zombies
burning
to
hands.
I would like the zombies to make a dexterity saving throw DC 15.
Well, as we all know, it's very easy to move around in a mosh pit.
Oh, so easy.
And zombies are very dexterous.
He says, having never been in a mosh pit or even seen one in his life. That is an 11.
Well, they will take the full 14 fire damage.
Okay. The zombies are on fire. This is fine.
Scorched fur smells terrible.
None of them appear to be furry.
No, but if they get out of there and start going after me, scorched fur smells terrible.
There were a few that looked like they might have had fur, but it was actually some type of moss. They've been in the woods for a while, maybe. No one likens it at all.
No, we don't like this at all.
There is a tag on Mastodon called Mostodon, and it's just people posting pictures of moss. And it's kind of chill.
No.
I will give Bardic Inspiration to... Hobby hasn't gone yet. I will give Bardic Inspiration to Hobby.
Technically, Hobby has
Went
gone,
first.
but Hobby goes next because everyone else in this initiative order is not appearing in this film.
Rude.
I mean, I can add them to the initiative for this actual fight if you want. You don't want that.
No.
One of them's a CR9. You don't want that. Hobby.
Not all crumbled into ash. Curses.
Oh no, there's still zombies down there.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Sorry, I can't cast Fireball anymore.
That's fine. I'm sure you'll get it back someday.
Also, if you had cast Fireball, there's no way you would have been able to say, and I avoid hitting my 2 party members.
That's what the
Yes,
heal
but
spell.
Actually, that's not
Healing
true. You would have been able to say it. You just wouldn't have been able to do it. It's okay.
Healing word.
It's okay. The flames will go around you.
Look, there's a reason that Hobby knows what burning fur smells like, okay?
It's
Has
true
her
that I am
siblings-
not an evocation wizard.
Her sibling has totally managed to set her on fire at least once and have to fix it.
Yes, but I have healing word.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Zeely would be looking at this whole thing saying, well, I can make the flames go around people.
No, she can't.
There's sorcery points you can spend to do that.
She doesn't have that one.
She doesn't have to tell people that.
I'm 90% sure she does not have the thing that lets you make people automatically make their save because they still take the half damage. It is not as good as the thing evocation wizards do.
I've seen Chris Perkins house rule it so that spending the sorcery points meant you just chose people to not take damage at all. But
if that was a thing, then Zeely probably would have taken that meta magic.
yeah, and I saw that after Zeely
Probably.
existed as a character.
Oh,
and I saw that and thought, that's a little overpowered. so you cast Fireball in the library and only hit the one target. Hobby, what are you doing?
Okay, question. Do they have anything around that I can get enough sight line into the pit to hit zombies without getting close enough to the edge to get dragged in by a zombie wave?
Considering how high up the zombie wave went, if you've got line of sight to the zombies in the pit, you are within grabbing range if such a wave occurs in your direction.
They don't have like a wall nearby that could be climbed by somebody with claws.
No, they dug the pit fairly far out of town because of the smell.
And they don't have like piles of wood nearby it.
They didn't want the smell to seep into the freshly cut planks.
There is a terrible possibility coming into my mind.
The DM is intrigued and terrified.
Well, Hobby wants to get out of reaching range, and there is something tall nearby
There's
that
tech.
would be a target.
You know, Hobby.
Hobby climbs Tex and equips the world's longest trench coat.
Actually, I feel like it is not out of the question to go, excuse me, and then climb someone, Hobby being like a cat, and stand on Tex's shoulders And can she deploy her sling that she actually does have one of?
Yes, you may definitely use a sling on the zombies.
Well, actually, I'd rather use the ammunition on the zombies, but you know what I mean.
You reach down into the pit and smack them with a sling. Stop! Bad!
Smack! Bad zombie! Bad zombie! Why is
I
my
don't think
sling
this is
on
very
fire?
effective. Why do I even have this?
Now my sling is on fire! No! Bad zombie! I mean, my other thing you see is a ray of frost, and I don't feel like combining fire and frost is a great idea. And also, I am not mosh pitting in that while I can avoid it.
The
So-
rest of the party's doing it.
No, they're not.
Not
Tex
all
is
of
up
them.
here. Tex is up here.
I'm up here.
Yes, A is up here like a sensible rouge.
And I'm up here.
Yes.
I'd be up
Way
there
up
too,
there.
but I don't have those shiny boots. Or turquoise. They're turquoise.
Mhm.
Okay,
I
so
am
you
an
rolled a 20.
airstrike.
The,
It's a
Cavill
great
is in a
context
position where
reference.
if the GIF were nearby, they'd be handing Cavill kegs of tea and of black powder, saying, "Right now, all you have to do is let go, and now cast Burning Hands." And as
I
you'll
would
notice,
love
the
that
pit is
idea
now
if-
larger and totally devoid of any combatants.
Does this
See, I would like this idea if my friends were not down there.
Well, if you do this, they will not be.
I'm your,
I would prefer to remove them first.
I'm
You
your
can do
friend.
both at the same time. Anyway, that's a hypothetical situation because the GIF are not here.
Up there.
Yes.
I'm your
Instead,
friend.
Hobby has rolled a
Sneak attack.
20 on an attack roll.
can I make you a sneak attack? Since other people
I think it's
are
safe to say that they are currently engaged, yes.
Yay, sneak attack. Oh, that's a nice one.
Okay, so 17 sneak attack damage. What was the previous roll?
6.
Okay, thank goodness you did not kill the zombie horde with a sling. I would have a hard time role-playing that. It's the sling stone turns out to be pachinko.
Oh God.
You put like a few stones in there or something.
It doesn't work that way.
Aw.
Okay, I think that's all you can do, right?
That seems to be all that I can do because I'm not gonna do any other funky actions, and I kind of did move to climb Portex.
Okay.
I would like to request that you use the rest of your movement to unclimb Tex.
Now, why
Can
would
I-
you do that?
Can I hold the rest of my movement to unclimb Tex for when it will be most flashy to do a backflip off of Tex's shoulders?
Oh,
That is
that's fair.
That is right now.
Oh, okay, backflip.
Okay, it's Tex's turn. Tex, what do you do while Hobby is backflipping off of you in slow motion?
As soon
Please
as Hobby has backflipped me off me in slow motion, I am going to slide down the wall of the pit
Also in
and
slow
wade
motion.
into combat.
All right.
They're such flashy. Yes.
Okay, so you slide down the wall of the pit.
And there are several zombies still in the fray, right?
There's a few.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hit one of them with a hammer.
I want to point out that this amount of zombies was supposed to be of slightly higher difficulty than what this party should be able to do according to the guidelines set out by D&D.
Okay.
And at this point, they are beyond bloodied and managed to do one attack that missed. I would like to point this out.
Mhm.
You're doing them as a horde and not rolling individually for each zombie.
That's a 17. That will hit.
I'm attacking the closest thing to me that's not visibly a friend. What am I hitting?
You're
Zombie.
hitting a zombie.
Okay.
Or Chadrick. Probably not Chadrick.
Please, no.
We're not using Albert Rodeo at the moment, so how far am I from Mech?
I'm probably in the middle.
You're probably like 10 feet away.
Okie dokie.
You could spin like a Beyblade and not hit Mech.
Is there an unoccupied space between me and Mech?
You swing that hammer, there will be. Yes. Enough of the zombies have been put down at this point that there's an occupied space near you.
Well, what I want to do is push the zombie that I just hit toward Mech to create a target-rich environment.
Awesome.
Okay? Yeah, you can do that.
Neat.
Looking for zombies.
Right.
And if I don't kill it, I push it 5 feet toward Mech.
Okay, roll your
Okay.
damage. Okay, that's a 9. 1 second. So you smack the zombie towards Mech. As it is flying towards Mech, how do you want to do this?
Oh, the head and the body probably fly separately toward Mech.
Okay. Mech,
Mhm.
you instinctively, because I'm not going to actually have you make a roll to dodge this.
Right.
You
yeah.
instinctively just sort of move your head to the side a little bit, and a zombie head goes flying past you and bounces off of the wall some distance away. And the body sort of like skids up to you, stands there for a moment, and then collapses at your feet.
Nice work, Mac.
Well, I tried.
And then it gets back up again.
Ah,
It got
Right.
knocked down. It got up again.
got back up again.
I do have a second attack, which I'm going to use to attack the giant zombie thing.
The zombie
The-
wave.
Oh, the zombie wave was a collection of zombies, and you've been wiping it out the whole time. Some of them got
Oh,
set on
okay.
fire. Some of them got radiant damage into a crater. Some of them learned that maybe mosh pitting was not for them.
Yeah.
Not everyone's made for the pit.
Hmm.
Well, then I'm going to continue to be a Zomboni.
Nice.
You slowly move
I
over
love
top
you.
of them, leaving a fresh coat of ice on the ground.
No, I had a cat named Zamboni.
That's what the ray of frost was from the very beginning. Was leaving the ice so that I could.
Clean it.
Could do the thing. Uh-huh.
Anyway, I'm going to hit another zombie.
A 15. You do not need to roll for damage. It has 1 hit point.
Okay.
How do you do this time? It's the headless zombie.
The head hovers in the air for a moment as I swipe the torso out from underneath it.
It's the headless zombie. The head is
Oh,
over
the
there
one that-
somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, the head is not in play, just the body.
Okay.
But you can
Well,
definitely.
then, it's a separate legs and torso.
Okay. Most people would not use a hammer to cut something in half. However, you use the tools you have.
People are not tech.
People are not what?
Are not techs. Tex is one of a kind.
This is true. And that zombie is now 2 halves of a kind,
Mm.
both lying there, not moving. Everything is oozing, crumbling, burning, or otherwise wasting away in this pit, except for party members. You all hear music in your head as A goes. A singing is horrible, and I love it so much.
Yes.
Like there is nothing that I would want to hear from that sounds like A trying to sing a song, but it's amusing for me to do.
Body applauds. Applaud A.
A, by the way, is using an action to do this using the flagstones.
Oh.
A's psychic ability is usable on one target only. The flagstones can be used on the entire cohort at once.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're done with the mosh pit. This was fun.
And we've been playing for about an hour and a half. What do you say we take a short break?
Okay. I'm just not all there.
But up.
Okay, but we're all
Sorry, I'm
here,
losing
which
it.
means we're not all there. Also, yes, you're absolutely right. So we're back, and the person wearing flannel carrying a saw who I just decided during the break, his name is going to be Jack Braun, because I'm a horrible person.
Well, it tracks.
It does track that I'm a horrible person. Yes, you are absolutely right. I
Oh,
do
no.
DM and teach middle school. So he comes over to the edge of the pit. He stayed a respectable distance away during the fight.
Simple. Let the trained adventurers earn their pay.
Yeah,
We're getting paid for this,
what,
right?
That's what the town is paying you for. Well, not
Right.
disposing of these zombies specifically, but stopping more zombies from coming out of the forest to fill the pit some more.
Speaking of
However-
the pit, how deep is it?
It's about 10 feet deep.
Okay.
But if you land on zombies, I don't make you roll for damage.
I am going to brace myself against the side and allow my compatriots in the pit to use me as a ladder.
I'm going to, first of all, make a power pose because I still feel very powerful. And then I'm going to climb up.
And then I'll follow, climbing up.
Chadwick specifically faces the fourth wall when doing a power pose.
Yeah.
The fourth
Yeah.
wall is that wall over there, the one that got hit with
Mhm.
the ray of frost.
You know, that one.
Yeah.
A nice little that gives you more shine. You see, the light reflects off it. You know, it's
It's a fill light. The sun is providing like the key light to get most of the details in there, but the fill light comes in and sort of like takes care of the shadows, makes them not as dark so you can see more detail. And there's no backlight going on. Actually, no, the backlight is currently the burning zombie bodies that Cav set on fire. So yes, you do have a 3-point lighting system going on here. Congratulations.
We're good.
Yes. And welcome to my media arts class, which is not actually a class where we make use of burning zombies in order to set up proper lighting yet.
Good.
Or any students who are listening.
Inspiration and coughing fit.
Sorry.
Okay. So,
Note to
Jack
self,
looks-
don't get inspiration while the
Jack looks over the
DM has
pit.
just had COVID.
Jack looks over the pit as the DM recovers from the Backstreet Boys reunion tour and says, the
I did
adventurers
not
don't-
get those tickets.
They were just handed to me by a kindergartner. What do I have to do? You don't do anything by halves, do you?
Should we have?
Oh,
With respect, sir, it's not what we're paid to do.
Oh, I wasn't complaining. It was quite spectacular. Not exactly how I would have done it, but I got a wife and kids, and I'm not about to jump into a pit of zombies.
Also,
It's
you are
pretty
not a
fun, though.
7-foot-tall robot.
Yeah.
Also that, yes. By the way, this guy is about 6.5 feet tall. But that still does not mean he's 7 feet tall.
recommend
Or a robot.
We
Mm.
toss in a lot of wood and finish ensuring they can't come down again.
Whoa. We gotta export that wood.
Do you have any wood you don't want to export that is for flammables?
all wood's
Logging
perfect.
town.
Hmm?
If this
Ma-
is a logging town, probably not.
Branches, twigs, kindling?
I mean, I'll talk to the rest of the crew and see what we can do about that. But yeah, I guess it's a thing. I suppose they don't stay down. So,
No, they got back up.
yeah.
They won't now, probably.
Well,
I'd burn it just to make sure.
yeah, we'll work on that. And while we're working on that, how about you make sure that we don't have to work on it for long?
The next part. Dust.
What were you dusting off?
The ashes from the dead bodies, right?
We never got down there.
Yeah, Hobby stayed out of the pit the
Never
entire
got-
time.
On the other hand,
You don't have to dust off anything. I have fur.
Hobby is a cat, and cats groom compulsively.
Precisely.
Yeah, it might just be like, because why not? While we're here.
It's loose
Mhm.
fur. There's loose fur I shed during stress.
Oh,
You
have
are
to dust.
you are constantly stressed, aren't you?
Yes.
That's a mood.
Is there
Yes.
a direction in the woods from which the zombies tend to come, or do you have a map of locations where you have met them?
Well, they kind of just wander aimlessly, so we've met them all over, like even on the other side of the town, but we've found more of them in this direction, and he points off in a direction, than that direction, and he points 180 degrees the other way.
Ooh. Can I use my sensing again?
Can you
zombie
use it more than once
migration
for long
path.
rest?
I have some more divine senses. I have 3 more divine senses.
You most definitely may use Divine Sense again. What's the range?
60 feet.
You do not sense any more zombies within 60 feet of you.
Ah, cool. We have a moment of breath, but I can use it again when we walk in this direction.
Be sure that we walk at least 60 feet before you use it again.
Yeah,
Walk
please.
a bit more than 60 feet.
120 feet to make sure you're out of the range of the previous one.
Exactly. We gotta be smart about this.
You don't want to have overlap, unless the zombies are wandering.
If you do not hear from us or from Flag again within 48 hours, please contact Flag for a new group of adventurers and tell them to upgrade the quest requirements.
Yeah, if we
Killer.
upgrade the quest requirements, we're gonna have to pay more money.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's true.
I get it.
Anyway,
Very well.
good luck. Hope you don't die.
Right. We don't want to come back here as zombies.
Well,
Ugh.
so far we haven't seen anyone injured by the zombies come back up again. So, well, they do, but they recover. They're healthy. You get the idea.
They're
We
still
certainly
living.
hope.
Yes, they people hurt by the. It's not that kind of zombie plague. They don't seem to.
They're
make
still
more
on their
zombies.
first life.
so the zombies themselves are the plague. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something else is making them. They're not
That sounds like some
Self-replicating.
sort of like allegory for life or something.
Have the zombies killed anyone?
Not yet. As
All
I
right,
said,
so we don't know that they aren't infectious, merely that they haven't.
well, some of us have been injured by the zombies. I mean, we're not adventurers, but
They aren't the kind of zombie that turn other people into zombies merely through injury.
yes.
I think the
But
people
might
who got
yet be through death.
yeah, exactly. They might rise again. You probably want to keep an eye on that.
Well, none of us is willing to test that yet.
If
You
any
know,
of
just
the-
tattoos.
the-
Then it will be someone else's problem, like 80 years down the line or something.
How about we have you go and deal with it so we don't have to even think about this anymore?
Hope so.
Yes,
Good to me.
that sounds like a good idea.
God, I love this idea.
Let's go in that direction. And Tex points in the first direction, the one that had the more zombies in it.
Okay.
All right, let
and
me
you head off into the woods, A needing to be redirected to actually be heading in the same direction as you.
Mhm.
A was not heading off in the opposite direction. There was an acute angle.
Just like him.
We intend to be home before night.
Let's hope.
Okay, but then how
Into
would you
the
get in touch with
woods.
us?
Into the woods and home before dark.
Every time I hear Into the Woods, I think of the Forbidden Broadway parody of Into the Words.
That's
Which, if you can find a recording of that, it is glorious. Right at the end, the lead singer for that particular piece says, "Well done, you all graduate. Now let's try it up to tempo." Which is a horrible thing to say to anyone doing a Sondheim piece.
yes. Oh God.
Because it was faster than tempo. But never mind about that. So you head off into the woods. You might not be home before dark. We're not going into the future to find out. You went in the other direction, unfortunately.
Or the past.
We are in our past. And
Yeah.
then we changed it.
Yeah, now you're in someone else's past, which is the present.
Well, it's our past now. We're here.
This is a gift.
Thought we were doing a braid thing.
That too.
Okay.
Is it a French braid?
Tomato, tomato.
Potato, potato.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Hakuna Matata.
We can't, we already did it. To call it off, we'd have to go back in time again and undo it.
I
We
don't
are
want to
messed.
all my levels again. So
Okay, Cavill,
Mhm.
I'm looking at stats right now, and Chris isn't in this campaign. So therefore it falls to your character as the one with the highest passive perception of 20 frickin' 1. You pretty much
see
see
nothing.
all.
I hear nothing.
Yeah, Tex rolled a 6, which is, I think, under half of what Tex's passive perception is.
Yes.
How do I
No.
have such a high passive perception?
I don't know. All I know is that if I'm looking at the initiative tracker, it gives me a bunch of information, including your walking speed, your flying speed if you have it, which you do, your AC, and your passive perception. Also your max hit points, which is kind of neat.
Oh,
Um,
I have the observant feat, that's it.
Yes, you are very observant. At some point, as you're all walking through the woods, you notice a sort of like step behind a tree, and it wasn't a "I'm walking off in the wrong direction" type of thing. It looked more like A was purposefully stepping out of view,
Trying to be sneaky?
and A almost immediately steps back into view. And when A steps back into view, they are putting a glass vial into one of their pouches.
Little dude.
That is,
Chadwick didn't notice this. Chadwick has
Oh,
past
yeah,
perception
I-
15.
I'm too busy being proud of myself for pile driving.
And the DM may have made a roll for a stealth check for A to do this, but it wasn't high enough to beat a 21.
is the vial magical?
Well, it's the same kind of vial that you would see many potions be in.
Yes, but is it magical?
That's right, you're always casting that. The vial itself is not. There is a residue from a potion, which is as magical as potions are.
Enough.
Enough for them to do a potion thing.
Eh? Did you just find a strange potion in the middle of the woods?
I hope not. Pretty sure I
Hope
didn't.
it's not strange, or...
I assure you I did not find a strange potion in the middle of the woods. I also did not find a potion in the middle of the woods. Are we looking for potions? I don't think we're looking for potions. We're looking for zombies, right?
That's
Am I overhearing this?
The rest of you can hear the conversation unless you decide retroactively that you had split the party to search for zombies,
No.
which,
No.
yeah, historically
not-
that would be a bad idea.
I did not mean to speak over Eos saying, yes, but what's in the vial?
Prescription medication?
Okay, Chadrick is overhearing this and knows that A is not talking to a doctor. Chadrick is going to read A's mind.
Trick.
Okay, so
Privacy invasive.
no roll is required for surface thoughts. However, I gotta
Yes.
look something up because A has abilities now.
Oh yeah, wait.
Does A have mind shield?
Ad reads A's mind, and A's mind is saying, I like the color yellow.
Hey guys, I just realized that I forgot that I apparently have a ability that gives everyone a +3 bonus to saving throws.
Fortunately, we didn't have to save anything yet.
Yeah, I know. I just
One
realized
person
it though.
needed to make a save, and
Yeah.
they went way over the target number.
But I was just reading things and noticed that. It's like, huh.
All right.
It's possible you got that recently also, but
Yeah.
yes.
6th level. Yeah, I did.
Hey, today was the first day that I got to use my Crusher ability.
Aw.
Yeah.
It's the, when you hit with a bludgeoning attack, you can move the enemy 5 feet into an unoccupied space,
Ah.
which I was really hoping was going to happen at the edge of the pit. Because as it turns out, 5 feet away from the edge of a pit counts as an unoccupied space.
Until
And then they
this
fall
up.
10 feet.
I'm not making this up. I looked up the ruling on this.
Oh, that'd be really good if you've been doing a fight in the Flying City. That's actually how a Nagpa got knocked out of a window.
Mhm.
The justification is because it's possible for somebody to voluntarily step off a cliff.
Possible. Unlikely, but possible. But yes.
Likely to be possible.
And
it's-
this has bought me enough time to look over A's abilities, and A does not have any resistance to someone reading A's surface thoughts. So what you get, without having to delve deeper, is A very much doesn't want to talk about this, but A did get some potions to use over a long period of time from Cogbucket
Oh.
for a medical reason.
Okay.
Also, I
I just
don't
wanted to make
understand how
sure.
a pizza and a hero are different.
I just wanted to make sure he wasn't like, in trouble.
Oh, no. A is definitely in trouble. This is
Cool.
not a this will clear up your acne potion. This is a this will stop you from being in constant pain potion.
Yeah, so Chadrick is making a note. And I'd love for us if anyone could help me remember this because I have goldfish brain. To talk to Cogbucket and being put as A's emergency contact and like adult, so I can get this information.
The really funny thing would be, because I haven't really established A's age, it's possible that A is in fact way older than you. Kobolds can live for like 200 years.
But I just feel like I should be like the legal liaison for A.
The really funny thing, and there's conversation happening in the chat as well. It's getting pinned. Thank you, Ellie. The really funny thing is Chadrick insisting on being labeled as the responsible adult.
The only person I will be responsible for ever is A.
This includes yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone else needs to be Chadrick's responsible adult.
Oh, Tex assumes that she's Chadrick's responsible adult.
I assume that too.
Texans are a responsible adult for everybody.
Tex's lead mom.
Yes. But yes, I will make sure though that A is my responsibility.
Wait,
my
no,
only
Tex-
one.
Tex yells at people to do attacks, and then they do better attacks.
Yes.
Tex is not lead mom. Tex is soccer mom.
There you go.
Soccer mom who also will run into the field and kick the ball as well.
Yeah, Tex
Lead
is
from the
also,
front.
yeah, Tex is pretty much, I'm going to bring you home unless you tell me you don't want to come home. So, yeah, that tracks.
Anyway, yeah.
Sorry,
A's-
sorry.
Sometimes the tennis mom too, or the baseball mom.
Pretty much, if there's something that you swing at something else, Tex is there for you.
Oh, Mom.
I missed the word before
I
mom.
missed the first Yeah.
Golf.
Ah,
Golf.
Mom,
okay.
you catch them all. Your Pokemon.
Oh,
Dag
now I got
nabbit!
Now I got it.
I'm one with the force. The force is with me. I'm one with the force. The force is with me. I will not laugh
But
at
we're
that.
not
I will
playing
not laugh at
Star
that one.
Wars.
You can laugh. You can laugh. I already have inspiration.
No, I've already beaten it down with a stick. Tex helped me.
I mean, I'd love to play Star Wars, but we're not playing Star Wars.
With that said, what's been established that only Chadwick knows, unless Chadwick shares his information, is that A has gotten a set of potions from Cogbucket, the one who runs the barber shop and medical center, that without them, A is in constant pain.
Can I walk over and just really subtly, and by that I just mean like obviously I'm not very good at being subtle, but I'll try. Do a little laying of hands on A's shoulder while I walk past him.
You can, but A has not taken any damage. A is full hit points.
Yeah, but I can cure a disease.
It may not be disease.
We're gonna start this argument again.
Or you could try.
Oh, you don't have to start this argument because I won't even require a roll for you to realize that Cogbucket is a high-level cleric. Cogbucket can cure disease also, but Cogbucket, instead of casting Cure Disease, has given a bunch of potions to mitigate symptoms.
I mainly just wanted to restart the "is death a disease"
It is not.
conversation.
No, death would be one of the symptoms. If death
Save your
occurs, you
cure-
do need to seek medical professionals.
Save your,
Most of them are on the
your
moon.
disease for like if you have to get rid of zombie plague.
Oh no, it's just my lay of hands full.
Yes, and we're walking into zombies.
I guess.
Yeah, but also some paladin subclasses can use lay on hands to cure disease.
Yep, that's me.
But that is not a thing that is going to help A.
No. But anyway, so let's move on.
Okay. And you continue to move on. Continuing to go through the forest. Everyone who's looking for zombie sign, give me a survival check.
Not perception.
This is more like
Okay.
tracking, so survival
Okay.
fits into that category. It's still
Okay.
a wisdom roll.
Yay.
Yes,
Oh
but
my
I'm
God.
better at perception.
I did it.
I rolled the best roll.
I did it.
I see zombies everywhere.
Oh
Well,
no.
many of them are pre-zombies.
But yes, I got the zombies.
Meanwhile, Chadwick got a 19 plus 2, which is almost the polar opposite of what Tex got.
I'm just glad I didn't have a -1 for survival.
You roll a 0, you immediately drop dead because you cannot survive.
Oh no.
I've forgotten how to move.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Wait, I don't need to breathe.
I almost said that. I was like, but wait, you're a robot.
I can't find my way through the forest. I can't even find the forest. I can't see it. All these trees are in the way.
A robot?
Robot. Do you think robots
I
do
rolled-
aerobics?
A 6.
Sorry, yeah. 6. Okay,
Well,
yeah.
we
Well,
do
you
have a
rolled better than me.
21 already.
I mean, not on the die.
Where's the zombos?
You
There,
do
they're
find.
there. Travel cast self blast at a squirrel.
Give me a roll to hit.
Oh no.
Oh no! Come on.
No, let Chadwick go. I don't want to.
You don't want to do this.
And so the big bad, who had disguised themselves as a squirrel, lives to fight another day.
I don't want to.
They
take
scurry off to their
the,
evil lair. And their
Good.
walnut-based weaponry.
Ah, nuts.
No,
Also, that was not a very good roll.
You miss the squirrel. They're too
Oh, and what
agile.
were you saying? Sorry.
I was saying that now we have Cavil's Star.
No.
That was not a nat 1.
And also it was
Thankfully.
Eldritch.
Yeah, it was way
Well-
higher than in that one.
If it
So
and
it's,
it would
so it's a green star rather than a red one.
no, it would be Cavill's spatial anomaly.
Anyway, it hit a tree. It's not going into orbit. The blast or the tree. Or the squirrel. Well,
No
the
one will
squirrel
go to
does
space
have a
today.
spaceship, but we're not talking about that.
Except for the sharks.
The
The
sharks have been
sharks are-
killed. The submarine optimals took them out.
Sushi.
Yes, and one of them brought a head back, chewing on their shoulder, but still. With a
Chad Bear,
19,
Chad Bear, what do you see?
Chadwick, your party eyes see that
So I'm just imagining me like Legolasing and being like, oh.
Your
I
party,
don't even know
see
how
in
to.
the distance.
Legolas using a bow made of like glow sticks.
Arrows.
Cracks every time he pulls it.
No, the arrows are glow sticks.
Everything's a glow stick.
Oh, and
It's glow sticks all the way down.
And the arrow, the bending arrow effect cracks the glow sticks as they travel.
Exactly.
I think you're broke, Bilo.
I'm so tired.
Well, we're going to be ending soon. We are. 1 second.
We have to get to the moment that Crash has said that Crash has set in advance.
Please tell me what my EDM eyes see.
Well, I was going to, but 5 minutes ago I forgot what it was. No, that's not true. You do manage to see that you see multiple indications of people have been walking around. Most of them are booted feet, and they tend to go towards some of the larger tree stumps that are in the area. But there's also, bare feet. Not bare feet. Okay, bears too, but also there's feet without boots. Some of them just bones that have left footprints that are just bone. So chances are those are more zombie-like. And since you're trying to find out where they're coming from, well, with the survival roll as high as you did, don't follow the way they're going, follow the way they came from. So you're like, hey guys, party's this way.
20 to get that.
Follow the party prince.
I don't think you had to roll above 20 to get that. I think it's just that the rest of us rolled really badly.
Yes. There's that.
So bad.
No, they're over here.
For the record, I rolled high enough to find a broken twig over here.
Oh, good.
Heck yeah, little dude.
Now I just got to find out what broke it. And now, for the record, you see the footprints went right over the broken twig. A has not noticed the footprints. A did notice the twig that the foot broke.
Little dude, I think that if we put our two problems together, our two discoveries together, we can come up with an answer.
That sounds like an excellent plan. Give me a moment. And A walks away behind a tree again.
Is A taking more drugs?
And A comes back.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. I am taking note of this, but I am not doing anything because I'm cool. I'm a cool bro. But yeah, I point to the correct direction, and I also point very, very strongly at the footprints. Do you guys see?
Mm-hmm.
You see? There's a skelly foot in the ground here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
We should do the opposite of. Are you rolling to see if you can see a skeleton footprint?
Me?
Check.
No,
I haven't, but I could.
That's an 8 plus 4. With an 8 plus 4, if Chadwick is pointing directly at it, I'm going to say that you are able to see it.
Yeah, I'm vanning this entire footprint.
Why you gotta be white?
Well, most skeleton bones are.
Not if they come out of a swamp. Usually get, they turn black and stuff.
Anyway, so
Footprints.
we should follow where these footprints came from, so we should go this way.
Smash cut to,
What?
you are all knee-deep in swamp.
Or the frogs.
Somebody pick up A.
Yeah, A is waist
Next to
deep.
shoulders.
Huntex.
A is back in the baby Bjorn. Except
Yep.
it's crocheted, so A goes into the baby Bjorn and A ends up being knee-deep like everyone else, but only because A is suspended.
I'm gonna put. I'm actually gonna give the baby Bjorn to Tex, so he's higher up.
A can swing their little feetsies and sort of splash in the swamp water, but not actually be submerged.
Okay.
Yarn
take
is very
Tex.
stretchy, okay?
Extraordinary.
Fur's getting wet. I'm holding my tail up out of the wet.
Hobby is allowed to ride on my shoulders.
No, you've got A. I can live.
Fine.
I'll be fine.
I just imagine Texas going through the swamp carrying every other member of the party, except for Cavil who can fly.
Including Mech.
Well, you have to carry Mech because that provides more shoulder space for other party members to sit
Oh
on.
my gosh.
It's like an extension shoulder.
Mech is the
They're
addition to
forming
the house.
Voltron.
It's like the time that Tex was my bed.
Pretty much.
They're forming Voltron.
Oh my gosh.
With an 18 strength, I'm okay carrying both A and Hobby at the same time.
And I'll form the head.
Yes, of course you will, little dude.
Actually, no, I've got red scales. I'm like one of the arms or legs. I think I'm an arm. Anyway,
All right,
yay,
enough
we
of
found the
Hobby.
swamp.
We found the swamp.
I get a divine sense again now that we are definitely over 120 feet away.
Oh, yeah, you've been walking for several hours. Matter of fact, the sun, either it's the trees that are all around you or the fact that the sun's going down that makes it a bit dimmer here. Possibly both. It's certainly not because swamps by themselves tend to be ominous, spooky places.
Never. But I'm gonna use my divine sense again. Because we can't really follow the footprints in a swamp. Kind of really hard.
Okay. 60-foot range, you said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Where?
Straight down.
That's right. We're walking like
And,
zombies.
And down at an angle. And down over there. Down
They're
that
bubbling up
direction.
to the surface of the swamp.
I didn't,
Yeah, I would
Eat
like.
zombies.
Everybody
yeah,
roll
I'm
for initiative.
I'm gonna
And
turn to
that's-
Tex.
Okay, you
be
turn to
like-
text.
I'm gonna turn to Tex and be like, "Where the swamp is the zombie. This is a zombie swamp.
I'm gonna stab the swamp.
Please don't.
Don't.
Please don't."
That's where we're going to end it tonight.
That is where we're going to end it for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for playing. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I was joined tonight by a bunch of awesome people, including Beth, Ellie, Io, Jen, and Milo. Who wants to plug a thing before we all collapse?
Milo
Yes.
runs a social media network.
I do. It's called elec.xyz, elekk.xyz. It's Schrodinger's Federated Social Network.
The most important thing is it's not owned by Musk.
No,
Amen.
no, and I make sure that mean people don't interact.
And
Yeah.
you can write 10,000 character posts.
Yep.
And
Thank you.
speaking of writing,
Oh.
Jen.
Me?
speaking of
Yeah,
writing, no,
Yeah.
speaking of you, speaking
Oh,
of
oh.
Io's mom,
Yeah, Eo's mom writes books. Elizabeth-McCoy.com. And if you use the Smashwords links there, you can actually read like 50% of the novels and get really into them and see if you like them. And then at the 50% mark, it cuts off and you might have to actually, pay money. Or you could ask your library to get them for you. They're ebooks.
And speaking of soulstones that may have cracks in them, they were like that when I found it.
Okay, so I'm the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast. It's usually about the Diablo games and whatever the company's doing. Most of the time, episodes come out on every Saturday. Forgot to do one yesterday because I was really sick. So, yeah, that's it'll be out soon as I get around to it, and you can find it at shatteredsoulstone.com.
And also this book
speaking
of
of,
Jen.net.
yes,
Bookofjen.net is also a cool place.
Oh yeah, I haven't put much on it lately, but
But it
it's
exists.
there. It's there. Yeah.
and speaking of Patreons,
Patreon.com/CogGoGaming. Help us keep the lights on along with other illustrious patrons, including Chris, Ellie, Eric, Shen, Walter, and patron emeritus Cindy. And until next time, this is Crash saying, "What? I know you think that I'm involved this time. I mean, it is a Legion of the Undead, but I'm still on the moon. My ride left without me. I'm trying to use this app. I think it's called an app to have someone come and pick me up, but when I say I have a legion of zombies with me, the fees are really exorbitant. I don't have the money for this. Good night, everybody."
Can't believe Space Uber did that to him.